We care a lot about sports. That is very high up on our totem pole of priorities in life, and for good reason. Sports bring people together. It's a really positive thing.
The thing about College Football Saturdays, people in America live for that.
There's a different level of passion that I don't think exists really in any other sport.
March 12th, about an hour before Alabama is supposed to play Tennessee in the SEC tournament for basketball, the tournament gets called off, and then sports just stop.
We go home thinking there's going to be practice the next day. Everybody gets a text, stay home, everything's canceled.
It went past a month and then 2 months, and then it was, are we actually going to have a season?
Then they come out with a schedule, 10 conference games.
It was as well thought out as anything I've ever seen the Big Ten do.
And then right there on the Big Ten Network, Kevin Warren announces the unthinkable.
We just believe collectively there's too much uncertainty.
I guess what I'm trying to understand, though, Kevin, is that was the same position you had 6 days ago.
Please explain to us what changed between releasing the schedule and canceling the season. It doesn't make sense to us.
What was the point of putting out the schedule if a few days later you were just going to pull the plug on the season?
Everything turned political.
Because if this is medical, then you would have stopped the game of football a long time ago.
And it looked like the Big Ten was in a bit of a hurry to make decisions about scheduling, whereas Greg Sankey in the SEC was definitely in wait-and-see mode.
The ACC and SEC were communicating pretty regularly, and we're going to try to play and do whatever they could to have a season.
Then the Big Ten commissioner doubles down, saying his decision will not be revisited.
And that's the point it felt like a war was declared on the Big Ten and Kevin Warren.
August 17th, the SEC releases their schedule.
And then the ACC and the Big 12 release theirs, and it's full steam ahead. They're going to play.
We're like, what's going on? Like, what are they doing that's anything different than us?
Help us understand why it's okay for you and your family, Mr. Warren, to decide if your kids play football, but it's not okay for me and our parents to decide if our kids play football.
I don't want to say that SEC football is bigger than a national pandemic, but it's kind of close.
Then we get the Nebraska 8.
8 Nebraska football players launched a lawsuit against the Big Ten today to try and bring football back to the fall.
This is a potential grenade that was just lobbed at the Big Ten.
How much balls it takes to go out there and stand in front of all these people and sue them?
And that was really the smoking gun that I think took this to a nuclear level. College football came back in 3 weeks. So are you going to tell me that all of a sudden it was safe to play college football? Something alarming occurred here.
And I would rather not, have a detailed discussion about is a vote unanimous or not unanimous.
The question marks raised by this phantom vote that even a year later, we still don't know what occurred.
You didn't tell us what happened. Did something happen in those 4 days?
So you don't tell us parents, that's fine. But you're not telling the young men that it affects.
What happened in the room? We went from point A and we got to point C. What happened in the middle to kind of get us back on track? I think the Big Ten leaders will tell you that they probably made a mistake in hindsight.
But if I had the chance to do it all over last year, I would make the same decisions that we made.